Alright, so today we're going to be filming a sketchbook video. This is my latest sketchbook. I had it back when I was in high school, my senior year. I think late junior and then all through senior year. And then I got married and got a job, so that was fun. And stopped sketching for a while. It took a few years, probably about just sketching on and off very sporadically for probably about 2 years, and only just recently started getting back into it within the last probably month. So this is the finished, finally, sketchbook that took me 4 years to complete. In my defense, at least 2.5 of those years were spent doing nothing. So let's get started. We got this is not the first page, but this is a little doodle on here, and then we got this one's actually recent. I did this one recently because I was bored and I really liked this dynamic pose right here, and I wanted to try and recreate it, but a little rusty. This is the very first sketch right here. As you can see, this was originally a journal when I was 12, and this was a question right here. What would you do if you won $50 million? And I never answered it because I haven't won $50 million yet. Here is the first sketch. I'm gonna move on from that one because I don't like it. So very stiff. This is some Bridgeman Studies. I say studies, Bridgeman scribbles, trying to better understand the arm and the anatomy of where the bicep goes, and having a bit of trouble doing so, but still, some good practice. I think there's a sketch in here somewhere of pencil, but I can't really tell what it is. And then let's take a look here. We got next page. I was doing some shoulder studies. As you can see, I'm not the best at faces, still not the best at faces actually, but here I didn't even try. A little bit of some shading going on with some pen. I really like drawing in pen. So we got, trying to figure out shoulder, bicep again. I like this one, it's not accurate, but it looks cool, so that's fun. This one's slightly more accurate, but still not really anatomical. But it was fun too, so I'm trying to get a little bit better at it. A pretty step in the right direction compared to these ones. So I did this one, these I did when I got my first job. I had come back to this sketchbook and started sketching in it. So this page wasn't even filled in high school. I had actually started further down the line, like here. And as you can see, I got it's kind of falling apart. So we got this dude, couldn't do faces, so a bag over the head. Wonderful little calves right there, just like my own. And then moving on, trying to get better at some poses. I believe this is also Bridgeman, at least this little bit here, and I think this as well. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it's at the very least inspired by Bridgeman. I have a couple of his books. Trying to figure out how to pose people and where it goes. And here we go. We got an arm study. Trying to do figures, glute job. I guess I liked how I did those, even though they're not very good. But the proportions were off, and I could tell the proportions are off. So little notes to myself. Started trying to do some sketches, but didn't really have the form down. So, but still trying. This is actually something my wife drew. Very good. Clearly the better of the sketches in this book. I tried to do some landscape, trying to do a little bit more of that. I believe this was in Montana. This as well, people getting in and out of water. I do some sketches while I was on the go. I really didn't like this one apparently. Don't do this, don't scribble out your art. But I did, so don't take my word for it. We got this one right here. Still just really struggling with proportion. Moving on to some pose I liked that I had sketched on a sticky note, which I then continued to attempt to turn into something on this page, like this right here. I liked this, so I circled it. This pose. I think I tried to do a big, I'm actually might save this. I want to do something bigger with that, but doing some shading, basic shapes, some morning practice, a couple things here. I liked these pyramids that I did. Then I actually took a Skillshare class on gesture drawing, and these are literally just gesture lines. A couple pages of just gesture lines. Then there's that pose again. Tried to do something. I didn't like the leg, so instead of erasing it, I just drew over it with a sticky note. So it's always a fun thing to do. Here's some same Skillshare class. This one's actually drawing the butternut squash, as it was called. The torso and the hips, pretty much. Drawing those in different poses, and this was doing the same thing, but adding the gesture and then putting the butternut squash on the poses, and I think they turned out quite well. You can see a few of them are, you can at least tell what the poses are. Like this one, you can tell, even though it's not entirely accurate, you can get the general flow of the form. A far cry above the kind of poses I was doing. Still didn't really know how to draw the boobies, but trying nonetheless. I liked this one for a while, but it's a little bit off. This was cool. I like this little pose. I like both of these right here, and I liked this one right here. Just a big boy with a tiny head and a big sword. Let's see here. Got some more poses. I actually liked this one. I thought I actually did a decent job on this one. And that was about the only one I thought I did a decent job on. These ones, some glute studies, and a couple of those. Let's try to flip through a little faster here. I didn't like this pose. I liked it at first, but now I don't. I just don't think it's that great. Getting back into the single pages here. Stopped for a while, kind of lost the dynamicness of the poses because I was getting rusty. Some more sketches, a couple, actually bought some reference images I was trying to use. They were all chicks with swords. It was pretty cool. I'm trying to capture some stuff. I got a cowboy down here. And this dude, whoever he is, still can't draw faces, so just went with that. This I thought was good for a while, but I see the things that are wrong with it now, but I still liked it when I did it. Same thing with these. I liked this image right here. I think I did it on Procreate. I did it a little bit bigger. I never finished it. I drew this pose originally, and then I thought it looked cool if it was like drunk at a little table with a glass. And then I was really just kind of practicing the flow of poses. And I kind of lost it for a little while. Do this one for imagination. I like the pose. It needs to be refined though. Trying some faces. I literally just wrote what, because like what, this is my friend. I like this a lot. This one, I think I did the shading on that really well. Don't even know what's happening here. That's a slug. Tried to do that pose again, but correct it. Still didn't turn out well. Stopped entirely. Little workout routine. This was done when I was 12. One of my friends tried to get me to draw a dice, so I did. And then kind of forgot how to use the butternut squash method here. Then I started practicing perspective and different angles, drawing shapes at different angles, so that was cool. Tried to draw an arm, tried to draw a pose. Really didn't like this one. As you can see, there's a little sad face right there. Guess I just wasn't feeling too hot that day. Yet again with the Xing out, I just wasn't feeling it. And that'll be the theme for a lot of these ones in the middle of the sketchbook, because I just lost it for a while. Like all these sketches are probably, you know, a month apart, maybe more. Trying to construct, trying to construct poses. And then I got back into it. Tried a couple, butternut squash method again. Try to do some more poses. Did this little fella with a little ooh face. Big boy over here. Nice and thick. This is definitely Bridgman right here. This is definitely Bridgman trying to go through his book and see if I can learn a little bit more about constructive anatomy. I like everything below this face, and then I just really lost it there. Same thing here, like what is his head doing? But you know, it's like that sometimes. Sometimes I'll have good days, and sometimes I'll just be like this, just scribble, trying to construct it with just basic shapes. Try to capture the arm, but same thing, just not really getting the perspective down. This I actually liked. I believe this was inspired by Bridgman as well, using some of his stuff as reference. And then this I did at work. I liked how I did this one. I actually, actually got a face in this one, so that's always fun, you know. Some more shapes, just some practice. A hand that's the completely wrong direction. A block of wood. And then trying to create the, I believe this was Michelangelo's Adam. Trying to get that pose down. Don't even know what that was. Attempting to draw a pose. I didn't really use construct. A couple of pages just missed. Like I just really wasn't having it these days. Oh, nice butt. I liked this pose. I kind of cut off the leg there. Really struggling with proportion on a lot of these, and motivation. Just not having any. Like this. I was bored. Sticky notes are always the fun thing to draw on. Do a little wooden background, you know, out of graphite and some charcoal and pen. This was a Halloween sketch I did. Some more gestures, really scribbly, but did them nonetheless. I like these kind of poses that are really dynamic and flowy. And trying to remember mainly the things I learned and failing at it, as you can tell. Like these don't even, like what? But you know. And then I got back into it here. I got the, really starting to do the dynamic poses again. Learning a couple different construction methods. Kind of trying to freehand some stuff. Just do some more doodles. Really get back into it. We got some, let's see here. Some of these little tiny sketches. This pose I actually quite liked. Really trying to draw more faces, but not doing a great job. This one's okay. I like this one. Posted this one on my Instagram, but it wasn't as good as it could be. Here's a couple more. I tried to add some shading to these ones because I thought they were pretty dynamic, which is what I was trying to capture. And some head studies, trying to get some stuff going there. Got some little face with some nose and some mouth, you know. I'm really trying to draw more heads because I'm just bad at it, as you can tell through these. And proportions as well. This I actually liked, though I didn't have a ground in the image. Got some more faces. This one I quite like. I felt pretty proud of that one. It's pretty good for something I did. Don't bother with this one. This I like though. I like this as well. The back is off, very off, but I like the pose and don't even know what I was trying to draw here. And this is my ideal form right here. Oh my gosh. This I like. This is good. This sparks joy. This does not spark joy. Some hand studies on the left, and then a nice pose. I didn't really finish it, but I was quite enjoying the dynamicism I got, however you pronounce that word. And the shading that I put on it, I quite liked it. This was just free-handed, and a new do a construction with just shapes, as well as a couple faces I tried to sketch, but just wasn't really doing too good. And then I just went into a couple figures, or a couple really quick poses, trying to capture them a little bit better. There's a dude hanging from a tree, but I didn't draw the tree. He was like hanging off of it, like Tarzan. This chick was choking herself. It was interesting. Just a couple times, just trying to get the full pose down, really. This is my dad. I did a happy birthday thing for him. And I tried to do a couple poses with clothes on and actually draw the faces. And this is all when I was 12, not these. I like that pose, so I try to recreate it. And a couple more poses with clothing, because I haven't drawn enough with clothing. It's like a samurai dude. This chick was leaning forward, but I didn't really finish it off. And this, wasn't too happy with. This, the proportions are way off, but I feel like I was getting more towards the direction I wanted to go. Don't even know what I was trying to do there. Trying to do that pose again, because I thought it was cool. Now, I believe this is the final sketch. This is completely freehand, just kind of enjoying it. And that is it. So, goodbye. Yeah, so let me see if there's anything else. Nope. The rest is just filled with stuff from when I was 12, so that's it. That's my sketchbook. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.